Alright, assalamualaikum mbokki seetaankat yi ak fu waay munti nekk di seetaane Eco TV international rek da caat soo la ak Sweet Jaañnaar Eco TV mu ngi nekk programme boo xam ne comme ni ma leen ko defee pour ndaw yi dañoo munti dem fekki waay fu munti nekk ak moom mu ñëw fekk si ñu su fekkee talent la ñu dem wane ko su moo jaay mu jaay su ñoo jënd ñu jënd Eco TV la rek the people choice ak Sweet Jaañnaar ba tey rek tey dañ dem bàyyi nañ musique bi bàyyi nañ ñëwkat yi dañ dem fu sori dañ dem si wàllum sport bi dem seeti footballkat boo xam ne mu ngi yëngu si football lu yàgga waaye nañ ko gën a bàyyi balaa ñuy bàyyi mu introduce boppam nañ fi seetaan a highlights of his video boo xam ne loolu la day def carrière bi ñu seetaan surtout dis ñu dellu si waat Eco TV international the people choice ak Sweet Jaañnaar.
No sign to have you lurking. I know you tell me you don't like it, but you know I dealt with you the nicest. Nobody touching me so righteous. Nobody text me in a crisis. And if I get another chance to, I will never, no, never neglect you. I mean, who am I to hold your past against you? I just hope that it gets to you. I hope that you see this through. I hope that you see this true. What can I say? Please recognize I'm trying, baby. Every word, 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 word. You said I gotta work, 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 work. You saw me do my dirt, 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 dirt. So I put in work, 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 work. We're not gonna learn, 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 learn. Don't choose you. I don't wanna rush into it if it's too soon. I know you need to get done, 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 done. If you come over, aside from way less friendly, I got bad women try to tempt me. Oh, I spill all my emotions tonight. I'm sorry. Rolling, 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 rolling. You could pick the time and the place. You spend some time away. Now you need to forward and give me all that work, 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 work. You said I gotta work, 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 work. You saw me do my dirt, 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 dirt. So I put in work, 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 work.
But you cannot be bothered with my nonsense, it's constant. Different day, a different city, I can't stop it, I'm on it. Baby, we should start over, go and start a new chapter. Cause no mother wants to see your daughter marry.
Alright, gannaaw buñ seetaane video highlights boobu ba pare rek xam naa nag képp ku ko seetaan suñ la waxut kala sax xam nga kala yëngu na si national team bi daf dee play Gambian la mu ngeen nekk di play international level tamit waaye balaa ñuy sori nañ gestu should I say good afternoon, evening or how are you?
Good afternoon, I'm fine.
Yeah. You okay?
I'm fine, yeah, thank you.
You're doing good?
Yes.
You ready for the interview?
Yes, I'm ready.
Alright, can you please do a brief introduction of yourself to the viewers out there for a proper one, for those who don't know you, or those who know you but they don't know much about you?
Okay, my name is Alieu Darboe. Thank you, by the way, for the interview. I'm coming here.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. My name is Alieu Darboe. I'm born in Sweden to Gambian parents. But when I was young, I moved to the Gambia to do my schooling at Mrs. Indau's.
Okay.
For 3 to 4 years. Then I moved back to Sweden. I started playing for a club there in the first division, but the academy, because I was 13 years old. So I played there until I was 16, before I got my professional contract in France, where I then started my career as a professional footballer, because that was in 2009. And also that's when I started playing for the Gambia under 17 by then. And then that's what the time, you know, the team won the African Cup.
Okay.
And then we went to the under-17 World Cup. But since then, I was part of the national team until 2016 when I decided to stop playing for Gambia.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was Alieu. Did a brief introduction about himself. You played for the national team.
Yes.
Under 17 and.
I played for the under-17. I played for the under-20, and also I was part of the national team since 2012.
Okay. Do you won anything for the Gambia? Did you play in any team that you won?
No, we did. When I played, we did not win anything. Only we qualified to the under-17 World Cup. It was difficult because our team was many players was dropped through MRI, so we didn't have the best team. A lot of players were dropped, but we went to the under-17 World Cup. That was during Ajami's time. We met him at the State House and everything. And then under-20, we qualified to the African Cup. I was part of it. And then we didn't win anything there also. And then the senior national team, you know, we have never won any trophy, but
okay.
being part of it.
But you've been part of it. You work towards the success that we are having today.
Yeah.
The other thing is playing for the national team. That one we're gonna come later about it. But you want to give us to talk about your career.
Yeah.
You said you started playing when you were?
I started playing football when I was very young. At the age of, I can say, 3-4 years, I started kicking the ball. I loved playing football since I was young, and my dad really supported me in it. So then, when I was young, my father wanted me and my older sister to get the Gambian culture. So we moved to the Gambia. So even when I was in Gambia, and I was always used to play. But when I moved back to Sweden, that's when I really started seriously. At that time, I was 13 years old, and I really wanted to pursue my career. I started playing in Sweden for a first division club called Alieu in the academy. And then a scout saw me playing. And then he invited me for trials in 2 clubs in France. And then I got signed by Le Mans. By that time, Le Mans was in first division, in the highest division. So I was there with many big players today, like Gervinho. He used to play for Arsenal and Roma. I was there with him and many other players. So I was there for 4 years before I got signed by a big club in Croatia called Dinamo Zagreb, which is a very big club in Europe. It's a club that plays Champions League. They even beat Chelsea, the Champions League. And I played there, but at the time I was there, we were in the Europa League. So I was in Dinamo Zagreb, and then I moved to Spain. And after Spain, since then I've been with the Arabs. I've been in Al Ittihad in Egypt. I've been with Mouloudia Oran in Algeria, and then moved to Qatar. So I've been with the Arabs since then.
How it is playing in the Arabs? How is the journey there?
It's very different. It's very different, and you need to be mentally strong. Because playing in Arab countries, you need to perform. If you don't perform, most likely they will terminate your contract. But the good side of it is, if you are smart, there's a good financial aspect where you can, secure your future. It depends on, everybody's different. But if you are smart and you know how to get a good contract, you can really build your life with that contract, if I can say it like that. You can build your life and plan it. Because I always say to people, football is a business. And you need to make sure when you retire. I started playing when I was 16. I'm 31 now. So the worst thing for me would be 31 and not have anything. So at the age of 31, I really made sure that once I stop, next 2-3 years or next 2 years, I'm okay. And that's the mentality I've always had, because football is a business nowadays. If you don't perform for a club, they're gonna release you, even if it's in Europe. It's just the Arabs, they are a little bit more impatient.
You played for you said, when do you last play for the national team?
Since 2015-16, I've not been part of the Gambian national team. That was my own decision.
That was your decision? But there must be something behind that decision.
Yes, there's many things. There's many things. I could talk till tomorrow. There are many things that factor to it. Because I was called by Raúl Savoy, who was the national team then in 2015, 2016. I decided not to come. At that time I was playing in Algeria. And the reason is that because one of the reasons was in 2011, we had the game. They told me to pay my own ticket to come.
Wow.
But it has not only happened to me, even as he scored. I don't know if you know as he scored. He also went through the same. Joe Goodemba, the same. We used to pay now it's better. When we used to play, sometimes we sacrifice, we pay our own tickets to come. That's what many people don't know. I've done that more than 5 or 6 times. I only got refunded once. Another thing was, this was 2012. We had the game against Morocco in the stadium. I didn't play that game, I was on the bench because I was sick the whole week. And then I had a fallout with Bono Johnson. He's so rest in peace now, he's not alive anymore. And then we were supposed to go to Tanzania to play there. And I was dropped on the way to the airport. They dropped me on the way to the airport.
Why?
I had a discussion with Bono, which he didn't like.
That was why you were dropped?
He dropped me on the way to the airport. People know this story. On the way to the airport, I was dropped from the hotel, going to the airport to go to Tanzania. Since then, I decided not to come and play for the Gambia.
Okay, that's your own decision and for your own good,
For my good.
Yeah, that's understandable. But as long as you paid your own ticket for more than 5 times to come and attend your national team, that's love for your country. So we understand your decision too. If I may ask, what makes you different from other footballers?
I don't know. For me, I would say every footballer is his own person. But I myself, I don't pretend to be someone who I'm not. And I would not say I'm different from anyone, but I'm not them and they are not me.
Yeah.
So I'm my own self, and everybody, you know, you are your own character. But I don't think, I just think I'm myself, but I won't say I'm better or different. I'm just myself.
Okay. What are your goals?
For now?
Yeah. In your career?
For now, inshallah, what I want is to play for 2 more years. And then I will retire, inshallah. And then
Are you not young to retire now? You can go for 36, 37,
No,
I
I
think.
can't because of my knees. I've already had
issues.
3 to 4 surgeries on my knee. And you can see on my scar on my knee. I've had 3 to 4 surgeries.
Okay.
And you know, when you have surgeries after 30, it's difficult. And you feel it now. When I was 16, I don't feel it. But I had this surgery when I was 21.
Oh, and you still play
And
to
this-
30-something, yeah?
This injury came here
In Gambia?
in Gambia. And it's the same injury that Darboe had. And Darboe had to retire. So there's a lot of things I don't want to say in the media that happens in the Gambia. When players get injured,
Yeah.
a lot of things happen. It's not only me. It has happened to me. It has happened to Hamza Barry.
Yeah.
It happened to Daudaba, Osjalo, many players.
Okay.
Things happen behind the scenes, which is very dirty. You know, to play for your country, you love it, you do it for the fans. But there are a lot of things many players do to each other to play.
Okay.
And if you want to have a long career, from my own experience, the best thing is to focus on your own club.
Okay. Okay, I get it.
I'm not saying it's bad to play for Gambia. It's
Yeah.
good because you love your country, but there's certain things.
Yeah, it
that
might be like calling up, let's say, 25 people and only 11 have to be in the field.
Exactly.
So it will be difficult. They will all be fighting. I have to be there.
Yeah, and the way they fight is not through, everything is not through performance.
Yeah.
It's many other things.
Yeah,
In
different.
this society, we know how things can happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Exactly. All right. Thank you. What was your best moment in your football
My
career?
best moment, I would say when I gave my parents money.
Okay.
Honestly, that's a good feeling. I remember when I signed for Dinamo Zagreb, I got my first sign-on fee. And I swear, my first sign-on fee, I did not take anything. I split everything with my mom, dad, and my sisters.
MashaAllah.
Yeah, that's the best feeling, to see the happiness.
That was the best moment.
Yeah, that was the
All right. And who is your biggest influence in football?
The player I look up to, or
Yeah.
the player I looked up to several players. I actually played the same tournament when we went to play on the 17 World Cup, Nigeria. I played the same tournament with Neymar, all of them. They also played
Neymar,
Coutinho,
yeah.
Neymar, Coutinho, all of them. We played the same tournament.
Okay.
But I would say the biggest player who I have been the most inspired by is Ben Arfa. He's not that famous like Ronaldo and them, maybe Messi, no, but I trained with him because before I was in trials with Newcastle, I saw him play, and for me he was amazing. By then he was with Newcastle, and then he went to Paris Saint-Germain. It's Hatem Ben Arfa, for a French national team player, very good.
What have you contributed towards your national team?
I think I contributed a lot. Because when I started playing for the under-17, they gave me the number 10 already. And already by then, I would say a lot of people appreciated me, the way I played, and what I did on the pitch. Also on the 20, I contributed a lot. Less for the senior national team, but I would say I've contributed a lot because a lot of players look up to me, and I've given a lot of advice how they can take the route to the professional stage. Also, I've helped a lot of people behind closed doors with agents who are now today professional players.
Okay. All right. What are the important things that you learned during your career, within your career playing football?
You learn a lot. Football, what many people don't understand, football is a lot of disappointments. A lot of disappointments. You have sometimes agents you trust. They will do dirty things behind your back, or dirty things, or say bad things about you in the media because of money issues.
Yeah.
It happened to me. There are a lot of sneaky details in contracts which clubs can use against you if you don't know. And I also learned that in football, in clubs, there are no real friends. That's what I learned the most, that when you play for a team, they are not your friends. Everybody wants to play. The person who don't play, he's angry.
Yeah.
He's not your friend. I don't know, that's what I learned, because I always thought that the players in my club is like a family, but it's not like that. It's a business. That's what you learn when you grow older. And that's something I learned, that my real friends are outside football who don't even play.
Okay.
Yeah.
My other question was about injury I wanted to ask, but you already talked about it.
Yes,
You got an
yes.
injury from Kawi.
Yeah, I had more than 3 surgeries.
Okay.
In my knee, yeah.
All right. How do you approach game days? Like when you have to play tomorrow, how do you approach it like today?
When I was young, I was always nervous. Especially I remember playing first time for Gambia. TV, everything. It was broadcasted on GRTS, on AfriCell, the big screen.
Yeah.
And I knew about it, and the pressure was big. But the more you play, it's normal. It's like when you do your first interview and when you do many. After a while, you get comfortable. And now I'm comfortable. I would take it as any other game day. I prepare myself. It depends if you play in the morning or if you play at night. So it depends. But I'm very comfortable now, and I know what I have to do to perform.
Okay. This other question is, we have young players in Gambia. They play football. What are your advice to the young ones out there?
I will tell them not to be in a hurry, to take your time, to work with a good agent, to pray a lot. So Allah can guide you, because you should never forget about God. It's very important. And then I will tell you to, if I could advise them, it would be this game is a business. Do what's best for you and your family. Don't listen to people outside. Because I will tell you one thing. If you listen to people outside, and you know there's a better deal for you, but you listen to people, and you don't want people to laugh at you, those people will not put food on your table. Then if there is only you. Those people talking, when you need help, when you're in a, let's say, a financial situation, they won't help. Do what's best for you, do what's best for your family, and do what's best for your kids. That's what I would tell them.
Okay. It's always difficult for footballers in Gambia to find it difficult to have clubs in Europe and Asia.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on that?
It also, that is because our football is not that exposed. And then it also, it's a lot of things has to do with GFF. Okay. They are not, the league is not professional. You see in Africa, we have the best leagues are Egypt, where you can earn up to $2-3 million every month. Algeria the same, Tunisia the same, South Africa the same. But in Gambia, 5,000, 10,000 is a problem. That is because the league is not professional. There's no sponsors, and GFF have to work with companies to bring in sponsors, give more money to the clubs so the clubs can pay the players. But that's the part that is lacking. And this is why our agents, they don't look at Gambia. They rather go to Senegal. Because Senegal, their league, they pay more. It's more professional, and it's a bigger market.
Okay. We see players like ex-players of Senegal. They normally have their young ones here. But we're not seeing that length in Gambia. Are you doing anything on helping other youths out there to sell them out? As you said, you already played. Maybe you're going to play 2 or 3 more years to retire.
To be honest, I've helped players with agents to get clubs. I've helped players I've played with a lot to, when they're in difficulties, to go to another country to sign. All that has happened. I've also helped, and what I contribute with more now, I help academies with vests, with balls, with jerseys. But my aim, maybe you don't know, but people know, I was trying to buy a team a few months back. A team in the 2nd division. You know, Steve bought the team. I was trying to buy a team to own it. So I was negotiating with the team and the middle guy between us. So I made an offer. He told me it's too small, I should add. Then I made another offer, which I increased the amount to what he requested. And he said I should add again. He spoke to the people, I should add again. And then I add again to what he requested, and he said I should add again because he wanted the same amount that the other footballer bought. But I told him your team is not on the same value. Your team is about to relegate. And he bought the team when the team started the season, before they started. He then told me that that's the only amount they will accept, and I said I will not do it.
You not do it,
but I want to buy a team and, sell players. Work in that way.
Work in that.
Right now,
that will be a continuation after your football career.
But right now I'm helping a lot of academies. Just 2 days back, maybe you saw it on my status. I gave away jerseys and balls and everything. So I'll try to contribute to academies a lot to help the younger players with materials and stuff.
Okay, and I've been following you. I've been seeing a few projects that you own, like putting solar.
Yes. I've been helping. I like to do a lot of community work, street lights, families in need, you know, different projects where if I can assist, if I can, I will do it. So right now there was an area which was very dark. I put street lights there, and I will add more soon. So I've been doing a lot of community work to help people in need. That's what many people don't understand. They think they just see you don't do nothing, but there's a lot of things
you do, without people knowing.
Without people knowing, yeah.
All right, and we have a young labs, like I was saying. We have, like you were saying when we are coming, the under 20 that won the cup in 2020.
Yeah.
We have only less than 4 that already signed out to go. So, like elder in the thing, and you and other people who are playing, they're already there. Are you doing anything to help like players who have made it to a point that you think they need to be sold out to be helped? Because the 2020 team, I tell you, it's only 4 or 5 that are already out. The rest are here.
The problem is like this. This under 20 team that very good, and they went all the way to they won their cup and they went to
third place
third
too.
place. The thing is, many of them are under contract, and many of them have an agent. I see, and many of them, their clubs will request a lot of money. Me personally, I'm not an agent. You know, I'm just a footballer, just like them. Maybe I'm on another level, but I'm just like them. So it's difficult for me to take a player to sign him while he's on the contract. The only way I can do that, if the player approach me or tell me, listen, Alieu, I want your advice. Can you link me with an agent? My contract is about to expire. I want you to link me with an agent where I can be sold. Then I can, of course, help. But so far, no player have contacted me, no player have reached out to me. But if they did, I would definitely want to help.
Okay.
Especially, but at the end of the day, they are on the contract. And even if you bring a club, if their club say, okay, we want to sell, example, Boubacar for 10 million. If the club don't have the money, they won't buy him.
Yeah.
So as long as you're on the contract, the club owns you. Any amount they want, you have the club who is interested have to pay it. Or the only way you can leave is if your contract is about to finish, and then you can go on a free transfer. That is easy. And that is very easy. That's why many players, they like to wait until their contract finish, then they can sign for any club.
Okay. Yeah. What are your thoughts on GFA? That would be my last question.
On GFF? I've not worked with this GFF.
Okay.
Because when I stopped playing for Gambia, it was on the Sidi Quintes era. And there, Sidi was a good man, very good guy, you know, a good president, very kind, very kind-hearted. But there was many things that happened with me that I didn't like, a lot of things. But this current GFF, I can't say too much because I never worked under them. All I see is from the outside. Okay.
Are you hoping to work with them if they approach, or do you think you will approach them to work with them on something?
No, I will never do that, to be honest.
You won't?
No.
If they?
If they, I would say I'm not interested, to be honest. Yes. I will not want to do that.
All right, thank you so much, Alieu.
Thank you.
And we appreciate you for doing it, allowing us to come into your house. Anyway, thanks for the hospitality. Your food, everything was great. We appreciate you. And then let me allow you to give signing out to your fans that are watching.
Thank you so much for the interview. I really appreciate you for coming here with your camera team. It was great. And I really like this interview more than the others I've done, to be honest, because you made me feel comfortable. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much, Alieu. That was Alieu Darboe. Alieu Darboe long. Koko nek Alieu Darboe. The chat so tay dañ leen demaloon sétal let football kat yi ko xamne mu ngi yëngu ci football am mu ngi def yeneen community project yo xamne ñu ko bàyyi xel yaga nañ ko follow ñu desire to dem pour waxtana mom because talent la amé ndaw la te mu na mo jappalé ñeneen rek chat so Eco TV International ak Sweet Jaina ma amaloon lañ Janet suma beautiful camera lady bi ma andalon be tay fi keri Alieu. Well, thank you so much, and thanks to all the viewers of the chat. So we appreciate you, and we're signing out till we come your way again.